Hey, welcome to Task Force Geek. Spoiler alert. My name is Dark Cooper, and today I'm joined, as always, by Beth and Walt. How you guys doing today?
Hey,
doing good.
How you doing? Doing good.
All right, we got a big final episode here of What If the Watcher Broke His Oath, and boy, did he!
In a big way. Holy cow!
He got involved.
I think he gets leeway for this one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's either that or the universe has to wrap it up.
Universe says
the whole show, all of it.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
I was going to grab from the previous episode where I don't remember exactly, but I asked specifically, do you think we're going to get the Guardians of the Multiverse?
You did ask it. You did.
You did.
So
ask
that's the second week in a row that we predicted something.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're good at this.
I think
said, are we going to get Captain Carter? Are we going to get the Doctor Strange? Are they going to fill in T'Challa? And that's the way it all came out, folks.
Yep. We got them all.
Yep.
Or did we get them all? Holy!
Yep.
We even got Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Beth, tell us what you think about this episode. Just your overall impression.
This was a great wrap up of the season and the storylines. I really like how they did it. I loved the cliffhanger at the end. That was fun. I like how they wrapped. In the case of Natasha, she was left as the only person left on a world, so the Watcher helped her out. And that one actually choked me up a little bit. I'll be honest. That one got me. But I really think they did a good job wrapping up this particular season. And while we know there's a season 2, I think if there wasn't a season 2,
Cameron does not like Captain Carter's haircut.
I didn't like Natasha's. I didn't
modern
like the
version
haircut.
Yeah, they changed the costume too.
But overall,
just like they did with Captain America.
Yeah, if there hadn't been a season 2, this was a good wrap up, and a good way to end the show.
Yeah.
They tied up all of their multiverse loose ends. Mm-hmm. A lot of loose ends there.
Yeah.
They really tied them up by the end of this thing. Walt, what do you think, man?
Overall impression, I really did like this episode. As far as the show as a whole, I think this is a show that's long overdue, and this is the format that it needed to be done in animation. Mm-hmm. So. And I said before at the beginning.
Oh, Maxine.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
I said before at the beginning of the season that What If is one of my all-time favorite comic books. So
me too.
Yeah. I mean, you can do anything, and you don't have to worry about continuity, because you could do a one-off story and be done with it.
Yeah.
Or you could do a story and not touch on it for 2 or 3 seasons, and come back and go, hey, by the way, remember this back in season whatnot, so.
Karen also wanted some zombie Thanos.
You know what? I don't think that's far away. Personally,
it may not be,
because we are getting a season 2, and that episode.
Are we getting a season 2? I hadn't heard
that.
Yes,
we are getting a season 2.
Okay,
because the first season was supposed to have been 10 episodes, and they weren't able to get, because of COVID, they weren't able to get it recorded. It is recorded right now. So
currently recording.
No,
is that what you were going for?
No, it is recorded.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to this, and I think having Ultron as the big bad at the for the final 2 episodes was the right choice.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, again, I feel like it redeemed Ultron as because he has. I use redeem in this manner, that he's kind of looked at as like one of the wimpier villains
from the MCU
in the MCU, but I mean, in the comics, he's been a big problem.
Yeah.
And they certainly showed how he could be a big problem in What If.
He's technically a Thanos level hero. And on the flip side of that, people have been complaining about how throughout this series Thanos was treated badly. and
he was
like
nerfed.
yeah, he was
nerfed.
nerfed.
Yeah.
But what these people also don't realize is up until the Infinity Gauntlet comic book series, he was a nothing.
Yeah. He was a minor player up until that.
Right.
You know, maybe up until Captain Marvel's death, the original Captain Marvel's death. But technically Thanos, I mean, come on, Thanos copter.
You're still going off on the Thanos copter, dude.
Well, I'm just saying
days.
that he tried to commit a crime, and we're talking crime, nothing, we're not talking galactic scale thing. We're talking a petty crime in his Thanos copter. So them showing, as Dirk says, Thanos getting nerfed makes sense in What If. So that kind of gives everybody a feeling of how the character was back in the day.
Hey, just to mention, we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on my Facebook account, like always. But I'm also broadcasting on the Task Force Geek Facebook group.
Oh, nice.
That's a change.
I mixed that up. And I did it for two reasons. Scott mentioned something about broadcasting on there. It's like, let's see what happens. And the second thing is Twitter has changed the way that they are presenting live videos. Like, it used to be where you would put out your live video and they would show like a preview of the video. And if you scrolled over it and stopped for a second to start playing, well, you got 1 trillion views off of that because people, are curious, like, what is that? And then it starts playing and they're like, oh, okay, I'll watch it for, a minute and see what's going on here. Now it's just a link. Like I placed it from somewhere else. There's not even a photo.
Twitter needs to stop.
And so like
stuff.
the show on Tuesday night got no views because no one cares. They think it's a link to something else.
Twitter needs to stop changing their crap.
Well, Twitter is going through a little bit of a change for those of you who don't keep. I know no one keeps up with this besides me.
I try to keep up.
We try and keep up with it.
Twitter is going through some changes because they got rid of Periscope, and so now that they are bringing video natively into their own application. And earlier this week, they stopped allowing you to invite people to be part of your Twitter video feed while it's going. They said to stabilize the system or something, and this may be part of that. I think they're screwing around with it, folks. I think they're screwing around with it, and I think that it'll come back. But until it does, I mean, I'll test it. I'll keep testing it every so often. But if they're not going to give me views, I'm not going to give them video.
Yeah.
Everyone wants live video. I can find other places for it.
Well, heck,
Twitter.
They don't want to give us an edit button.
Well, that's a whole other.
Yeah.
You should have known I'd bring that up, though.
Good Lord. I have no idea why you can't edit. I mean, after 10 years, I have no idea why you can't edit a tweet. That's
Twitter.
That's the simplest thing on the planet. Anyway, we wouldn't have Kofifi if we could edit.
I see what you did there.
See where I went there?
Oh, I know, yeah.
So, I think that Kevin Feige is doing what he always does, which is take the stuff from the comics, which admittedly, like Walt says, I was always a fan of What If, and elevates it to the next level. I don't remember What If ever having like a cohesive crossover that went like for an entire year or something.
Yeah.
And that's what they did with this. They instead of, it would have been perfectly fine for them to do one-off episodes and play around in this universe and do the whole thing, but they brought all of these characters together at the end, which again Walt predicted from the beginning, and they also had a big storyline with the Watcher, which was very much unexpected because in the comics the Watcher is he watches.
Yeah.
And they forced him to do something else. So he actually became like a legitimate character
Yeah.
by the end of this thing, which I think was, again, it just elevates everything. It just made everything much higher stakes. It made it much more interesting. I have some things to mention during the Easter egg deal. I don't want to do that now. My overall impression of this episode, it was a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Yeah.
the sort of thing, like if you like fighting stuff, you want to, you know how the Marvel, universe out there is like, there wasn't enough punching. Well, you got
Well, there's plenty in this one.
you got plenty of punching in this
Yeah.
one. I mean, it was
And-
literally almost all punching.
Yeah. And
in
lots of
this
Kirby
episode.
Crackle.
Hey, they put some
Yes.
Kirby Crackles in
The
there.
Kirby
I noticed
Crackles are in there. I love Kirby Crackles. So every time
as do
I see it, I'm like, I got to draw something with that.
Yeah, they have brushes for that, by the way.
Oh, they do, but
They have
it's more fun to do it by hand.
Well, it's a meditative process.
It is a meditative process
Yes.
because it takes skill to do Kirby Crackle.
It does. You can't just, you
All right,
have to be
two
random.
you two just have drawing skill that I can't even.
You have to have like one
Fathom,
large and one
so.
medium and one small, and then you go back to large.
And then some of them have to touch.
Some
each
touch
other.
and the others are
Some have to meld.
they're
you
on
know?
their own.
Yeah, some are just out there on their own.
You two are killing me. I'm in the middle of the Kirby Crackle here. I'm going to hide or something. Jeez.
Look at
and
that Kirby Crackle.
I'm also going to do a shout out to the musical group Kirby Crackle. I can't wait to see hear your What If song. I know you're going to make a What If song, so Kirby Crackle, if you're watching this,
You think that's happening?
I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
Once again, and I'm really taking a leap on this one because
If you can
Beth
find
usually covers me on this. Like Beth has all of the StreamYard powers. Today she doesn't
I
have the
have
powers.
nothing. I do not
So
have
if
the
I get
power.
knocked off of here trying to share a screen, then I'm in
sorry.
trouble, folks. I'll be back as soon as I can.
My computer decided to do updates and wipe out a whole bunch of stuff. So
One other thing before we get to Easter eggs, I want to talk about the cast. Because this was like a cast of thousands, it was truly amazing how many people. And it was like some of the people, and again, I'm going to say it one last time. These are people who have jobs and stuff. They have things to do. They're busy, and it's highly unusual for people who do cartoons to get the original voice actors. But you even had like, oh gosh, I can't remember his name. The guy who he's in the Easter eggs. The guy. Hang on a second. I'm going to screw it up. He's one of. Here we go. Brock Rumlow.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Brock Rumlow.
Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo, who is like starring in movies.
Yeah.
He's in one right now.
Exactly.
It's out right now.
He has things to do. He's not, working at Walmart. Shows up for like literally like what? One line, two lines?
One or two lines.
I think it was just like one whopping line in this episode.
Yeah. And almost everyone else who has been in this season showed up. Even
I want to get to the
if it's
point where I
just
can
one
do
line.
that. I want to get to the point where I can do that.
Where you can just show up for one line?
Show up for one line.
Long.
I
I
want-
want to get to the point where we can show up for one line.
One line. Show up for one line.
It's good
That's
stuff.
it. I'm recording one line today. Thank you.
Anyway, the
No
cast in
other.
this was pretty impressive, and from what we know, the final performance that we're going to get out of Chadwick Boseman,
Yep.
which is, I have other things to talk about. I have one or two other things to talk about with Chadwick Boseman before we're done with this sort of thing. Some of it's in the Easter eggs.
Let me just carve
But-
my heart out.
Well, that's one of the things you mentioned on the Task Force Keep Facebook group. That's one of the things I'm going to cover, and then there's also something else in here. So, in any case, any other thoughts about the cast before we move on to Easter eggs?
I have to give kudos to Armin Zola for redeeming himself as a Hydra baddie and helping take down Ultron.
Sure
And here's the other thing too. Notice his face was in the chest of the
Right.
Ultron body,
Yes.
Right.
and
Yes.
in the comics, he's usually a television screen in the chest. So
Yep.
Best.
Yeah, they played that.
Yeah,
quite well.
I loved that. I was like, he's in his chest. He's in his chest.
Well played, Marvel. Well played.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's good stuff.
that was very good stuff. Very, very good stuff.
All right, let's get to Easter eggs. That's the fun stuff. Oh, we're still on. We're still on the air. Peggy mentions Batroc right here at the beginning of the thing, and that's Saint Pierre, George Saint Pierre,
Yeah, and he did.
And he returned for his voice.
and he returned for George Saint Pierre returned for his dumb voice. I mean,
How awesome is that?
I love
we
that.
we
That was
keep
great.
getting Batroc and George St. Pierre. We saw him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He had a major role in that, and
I kind of hope he survived that.
I'm about to say
Yeah,
he
same
was
here.
supposed to. They kind of wrapped him up, but
Yeah.
maybe not. It's not unusual to
I mean,
see people in other forms or whatever in the deal. But
It is Marvel, and
there's
we
the
know how
one-
long people stay dead.
there's the haircut that Cameron didn't
Yep.
like.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that just fine.
I didn't mind it.
I would be more than happy with Peggy Carter with that haircut.
Yeah. Not to mention that the uniform. The
It's a
uniform
little
was
updated.
it's a British version of the one from Winter Soldier,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was like, it's
Yeah, it's
almost
kind of the
exact.
gray and dark blue.
It's the dark blue and silver, yeah,
Yep.
which I thought was cool. Because, by the way, that was my favorite Captain America uniform in
Yeah, that
all
one.
the movies.
Same here. That and I actually did like the uniform, the Nomad version of that uniform as well.
Yeah.
That we saw in Infinity War.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
They definitely
I like
upgraded.
the whole look in that
His-
particular movie.
Captain America's uniforms kept getting better, as far as I'm concerned. They
I
just kept getting
agree
better.
with you on that. I agree with you on
They
that.
kept improving it. I mean, if you look at the comic, it's very hard to do a comic accurate version of Captain America, and Captain America's costume is one of the many reasons why I was never a big Captain America fan. With the little wings and the
Sticking off the side of his head.
and
Yeah,
the American flag motif.
yeah.
Oh, you mean
it-
Captain Texas?
It's
Captain
too-
Puerto Rico.
right.
Captain Puerto Rico.
It's just
Captain Puerto Rico.
it's just too much. It's just not my thing. Anyway, here's Brock Rumlow, who I mentioned, and Frank Grillo there, who was in the elevator scene in
Civil War.
Civil War thing.
no, that's
Winter
Cap.
Soldier.
That's
Winter Soldier.
Sorry. Mouth's moving faster than the brain.
That's okay. This is a mirror of the scene between Natasha and Steve Rogers, where she mentions, first is the deal with the Saturday night
Yeah,
deal, giving her hell about that, and the routine from the movies. And then
Yeah.
the next thing is she mentions Bernard in accounting.
hmm
Well, in the movie, she mentions Laura from
Yeah.
accounting.
yeah.
Lillian.
So Natasha likes hooking up people from accounting, I
Right.
guess.
I'm not ready for that.
Right.
Yeah, he says I'm not ready for that.
Lillian with the lip piercing.
Right.
I remember that.
I'm not ready for that.
I'm not ready for that.
There's peanut butter.
Yeah, she's on the back of the chair, off the chair, on the chair, off the chair.
The person who wrote this article for BuzzFeed mentions that in the Peggy Carter series, Bernard is the
That's
stork.
Yeah,
And they're
that's
wondering
what
if that was a
stork.
callback to that. That might be a little too
You know
deep.
what?
That cut might be too deep.
No,
But
no.
it's-
That might be a
if-
bridge too far.
But if it is, that's wonderful stuff.
That's great.
But if it is, yeah. Well,
If it
well
is,
played.
that's wonderful stuff.
Well
That's
played.
wonderful.
Well, yeah, did you see what it said underneath there about Bernard and Jeffrey Wright's Westworld character too?
That's true.
Yep.
Oh,
Westworld.
yes. Yes. Jeffrey Wright is pretty awesome. Cool to see him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Mm-hmm. It's a good addition.
Again, we have a mirror of the scene here with Captain Carter and Batroc, where he says, "I thought you were more than just a shield."
Yeah.
I can't get enough of those two fighting.
Oh my God, yes.
I know, it was great.
Captain
It was
America or Captain Carter.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's one of my favorite scenes
I agree.
in Falcon and Winter Soldiers when they go one-on-one.
For sure. And then this is, he mirrored that line, same line. Thought you were more than just a shield. Oh, well, let's get it on.
Word.
Which also was a great fight. And by the
Yeah.
way, George St. Pierre does not have to pretend to be good at fighting.
Nope.
He's fun to watch.
He does not need a
really
stunt
is.
double.
Nope.
That guy's effing amazing.
Yeah,
I want to
So-
see more. I want to see him in more action movies. I really do want to see him.
I
in
don't
more
understand
action
why
movies.
they don't recruit more MMA guys, even if they're just like background dudes, because you don't have to teach them anything. They can do crazy stuff, you know?
Well, actually, what you have to do, and I heard this from a fighter once before, is they had to learn how to hold back.
They had to learn how to not clock you.
Right. They had to learn how to
Because-
hold back. So,
Right. That's true. That is true. And, you know, to be honest, there are some really great stunt people that are also incredibly skilled in martial arts.
Right.
But, you know, it's fun to see these MMA guys. I mean, they
Oh,
look
yeah.
tough. All these guys look tough because they are.
Yeah.
You know, put them in the deal and include the women too. Why not? Yeah, they're talking about the what we talked about earlier here. There's the
Yeah.
suit
There's the suit
Yeah.
from the
It is-
movie, and
I
then
love
there's
that
the
suit.
there's the version in the
Captain Carter's version.
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
it is.
Both of those suits are just
So
flat out awesome.
yeah, pretty awesome.
Except for Cap's helmet.
You-
I
you
understand
still
why
don't
they
like the
did-
helmet?
I still don't like the helmet, and I understand why they did the helmet this way because Chris Evans really was having a hard time hearing with his ears covered. But this makes him look like he has earwings. Okay, it makes him look like he could just start flapping them and take off like Dumbo.
I don't
I
mind.
love you, Chris, but
I don't mind the ear sticking out.
Yeah, I was kind of okay with it too. I mean, again, you have a little bit of a problematic issue with Captain America's outfit, and I think
Yeah.
that they started really solving it. I imagine that thing is uncomfortable to wear. That helmet, even with the ears,
Yeah.
is probably very uncomfortable to wear. I probably all of this stuff
really,
is.
could you move?
Again, you get a mirror from the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Volume 2 movie,
This was a cool scene too.
and
Yeah,
and
I like
Ego at the Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen probably appreciates all this attention.
Oh yeah. Oh, they probably paid enough to get their.
You think they're paying for that? I guess they probably are.
No,
Yeah.
they are. They are.
Yeah. After hearing the
Kristen from Statistics,
after hearing everything
Sean says.
that went down with the Transformers in the first movie. Yeah.
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 Right. For sure. When the Watcher retrieves Gamora, you can see that she and Tony are with Eitri. Eitri?
Yes. Eitri.
Yeah, there he is right there.
Peter Dinklage's dwarf.
He did not, I don't think he had any words.
He didn't have anything
No,
to
he
say.
didn't. But hey,
And-
he made an appearance.
And
Yep.
you had a Tony Stark.
I call it a Thanos Buster
Okay,
armor is
that's
what I'm
good.
thinking it is.
That
Yeah.
works. But he was not the target here.
Right.
He was here for Gamora, which I really liked a lot. And there he is in the deal. In the movie.
There it is.
Yeah. How do we put a suit of armor around the world, around the galaxy? He says.
Yeah.
That's a serious suit, man. That's like a
It's
space suit,
seriously-
basically.
seriously
That's a
serious,
serious suit of
Yeah.
armor. I
And he
loved it.
says, I see a suit of armor around the world. You know, it's kind of funny that the people who write these things go. I mean, how much time does it take to go through these dumb movies and mirror this? This stuff. I mean, obviously,
I'll do it.
I understand. I mean, that would be a labor of love for people, but it's like, is there something that we can do here that mirrors what we've already seen in the movies and stuff? It's pretty impressive. They say that Gamora is wearing the same battle armor that Thanos wore at the end of
That's
Endgame.
why it looked familiar. Okay.
Yes.
How about
It
that?
is. It is, yes.
She's wearing that outfit. It's pretty cool.
She also
I
was
did not
wielding-
catch that.
She was also wielding his sword too.
I caught that she was wielding the sword. It just the armor looked familiar, but I wasn't placing it. And
Sean said that
he
Dinklage
did.
still had his hands.
Yep, he did.
Oh, so something happened. Something happened different there. Interesting. Who took his hands?
That
Was that Thanos?
Yeah, Thanos took his
So
hand.
Thanos didn't drop by and do that in that universe. All right. There you go. Good catch there, Sean.
Small aside about Peter Dinklage, he is currently filming a musical version of Cyrano de Bergerac.
Okay.
Sean, speaking of Sean,
Speaking of Peter Dinklage.
he just shared a trailer for that.
Yeah. It looks fantastic.
So he's Cyrano.
Yep. Peter Dinklage is Cyrano. I think it's a great take.
He's a great actor.
I love him. I love him to death.
I could watch that guy in just about anything, including Cyrano.
Mm-hmm.
The Watcher proclaims his new team of Guardians of the Multiverse, which I threw out last episode, which is similar to the Marvel Comics group that was called the Council of the Guardian of All Galaxies.
That's too long.
That's way
they need
too
to shorten that.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Multiverse.
Guardians of the Multiverse. There you go.
Man, I sure would like a Guardians of the Multiverse shirt.
Does anybody notice the similarity of the Watcher to the big-headed dudes in the very first episode, in the pilot episode of Star Trek, the original series? Or am I the only one that noticed that?
No, that's true.
I never thought of that.
I haven't thought of that either, but absolutely.
It's kind of bothered me throughout the series.
And the episode with Pike, where he's in the in the Dalek thing.
Yeah.
Yep. For lack of a better way to describe it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to say that. Well, I think Star Trek was first, but I'm not sure.
I'm going to say when did
when did the Watcher show up first?
Star Trek.
It was in Fantastic Four.
Because Uatu was the one who warned the Fantastic Four about Galactus.
Could someone out there in the Task Force Geek universe look up?
There you go, Sean.
What the first appearance?
There you go, Sean.
Of Uatu was. I'm pretty sure it was Fantastic Four, and I'm pretty sure it was to warn that Galactus was coming. But I want to know if it was before, let's say, 1966.
1966.
Because that would have been when Star Trek came out. Yeah,
Menagerie was the episode. Yes, Sean.
Yeah, that would have been 1966. So, anyway. Guardians of the Multiverse, as I said. They have...
Actually,
Doctor Strange still plays bartender.
Actually, it was 1967.
Okay.
Fantastic Four, 1967?
No, Star Trek.
Sean begs to differ with you on that, but okay.
November 17, 1966 was what?
Oh wait,
was that
hang
when
on. the pilots
was
were
that when the comic came out, or when Star Trek?
Excuse me. The pilot episodes of Star Trek were 64 and 65, and the first season was 66 to 67. So, I'm doing some research here too.
All right.
So my name today was almost Beth Freely, from Thor falling endlessly through the hole. Yeah.
Thor was great. I like this version of Thor. Bro Thor.
Great. Bro Thor. Yes. Thor.
I'll call him. He was hilarious. And I love that Doctor Strange. I thought that this Doctor Strange would be kind of evil or whatever. He's not really evil.
He's just
evil. Damaged.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way,
and very powerful. He's
Uatu the Watcher showed up in Fantastic Four 13. There you go.
Okay. So Star Trek stole from Star Trek
Star Trek stole
from
the
Marvel.
look from Marvel. How about that? 1963.
Are we trying to build up a lawsuit between Disney and
let's
Paramount?
do some
No.
let's do some copyright termination.
Let's do some copyright termination.
Copyright termination. Sorry, can't use that.
Let's get it on.
Can't use that.
Star Trek versus Marvel, go.
Yeah.
I would like never ending
I was just thinking
mead. That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I've been wanting some mead. They're talking about mead so damn much. I kind of want a little bit of that.
I want to see what that's like.
Yeah.
The never-ending mead,
It's
or
been a
mead?
while.
Have you never had mead, Walt?
No.
I had mead
really?
in Waxahachie, Texas, at the medieval fair. Hey, there's Steve.
Steve.
Hey, Steve.
What did you? Are you playing hooky from work? How are we getting Steve on here?
Steve's
Did
walking on his
he
phone
slip
or
off to the
something.
bathroom?
Well, he's probably on his phone. Are you on your phone, Steve?
Steve's on his phone. Steve's on his phone.
They said that when Doctor Strange
yeah.
places the protection spell, you can see that Thor takes the outline of the Asgardian.
He actually gets his wings on his helmet, which is
right.
nice to see. Yeah.
I really did love the look of the protection spell armor for everybody.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was awesome.
There was so much. Look, visually and action wise, this episode was a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Doctor Strange multiplied all of the hammers,
Oh, I love
so
that.
it was hitting Ultron from every angle, and then just encapsulated him in Mjolnir. Also awesome. Steve's almost done, about to head to soccer practice. It never ends, does it, Steve?
No, it doesn't end, Steve. Sorry.
It's good to hear from you, though.
It is
Gird
the
your loins
song
and
that
strap in.
never ends.
I'm glad that you have a great job,
Friend.
and I'm glad that you're doing the soccer stuff, but I do miss you being on here more often.
We miss you, Steve.
Yep, what can I say?
This was so
They
fast.
said this is really fast, man. You can't.
It was super
if you,
fast.
You blink and you'll miss it, but you can see there's Hawkeye, there's Captain America. Who is this here? I'm not sure.
Is that Falcon? Because there's wings coming off.
Yep,
his
Zombie
back.
Falcon. Yep, Zombie Falcon. That would be a problem.
Yeah.
He just dumped all those zombies on him. They mentioned that Wanda couldn't take out Ultron because she kind of recognized him as
Vision.
a Vision.
Just Vision, yeah.
And when she did, she kind of held up there.
She went, "Whoop."
Yeah. Pretty neat moment.
Yeah.
Natasha canonically refers to Alexei as her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it said the writer says something I'll be crying over for the foreseeable future. So your father's Ivan, your dad's
Your dad's Alexei.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Alexei.
That's such a British thing. Your da.
Right, I don't even know how to say it right.
Yeah, your da.
Your dog.
One of our British watchers will have to. Maybe Pete's watching.
Are you watching, Pete?
Have to correct us on how to say that correctly. They're trying to figure out who the three people are in this thing. You said I trust three people, and they're assuming it'd be Clint, Peggy, and Yelena.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe would be the three.
I'm thinking the three normally would have been Clint, Nick Fury, and Cap.
Mm-hmm.
You can't discount Nick
Yeah.
Fury.
Nick Fury,
He's
that's
a really
true.
Big part
Right.
of Natasha's
No,
story.
that's absolutely true.
Especially considering the ending of this episode.
Yes.
I'm not sure she entirely trusts Yelena.
No, probably not.
Certainly Clint. Certainly Clint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clint and Nick for sure, and knowing Nat and Steve's friendship,
After, especially after Civil War and
That's true.
and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That's true.
Plus, during after the Infinity War, she pretty much was running the show.
They said that this scene, and I don't necessarily agree with this. They said that this is a mirror of the Age of Ultron scene. I really felt a lot more like it was kind of more like the Thanos fight on his home world.
Yeah.
Same here.
It felt a lot more like that to me. I mean, they were trying to strip those stones from him. They weren't taking it off of a glove, but they were, I mean, the whole strategy was, let's get these stones off of this guy so we could beat him.
Really, what they should say
they
is
were
that,
all attacking him from, every conceivable angle.
What they should say that this was a melding of that with the Infinity War scene.
Melding of the two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They showed a thing from Age of Ultron, and I mean, they ganged up on him and stuff. But I felt much more like this was more like the Thanos thing.
Yeah, I did too.
Personally,
agreed.
They mentioned in this thing that Natasha's shield, the Russian shield for what's his name, the Red
Guardian.
Red Guardian.
When it's being attacked by Ultron, it cracks, but Peggy's shield is fine.
I think that whole scene though, where they were
because it's
both
vibranium,
tossing the
folks.
shield,
Right.
they were both
And
tossing the shield at Ultron was great.
Probably
yeah,
just a
that scene was
pretty cool. Oh,
that
yeah,
scene was
it's
awesome.
It was totally awesome. But yeah, you can see the difference between Russians just don't have that vibranium shield. I'm sorry. We still don't have adamantium. Do you think adamantium's coming?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's coming.
Yeah.
They're mentioning the thing that you were talking about with Zola's face in the middle of the deal. Yeah, they don't show a picture from the comic, unfortunately, but there it is. Pretty cool, and he's starting to look a lot more like Vision here in this thing.
Yeah, because this is the scene where Killmonger has removed Ultron's armor and he's got it around himself.
He's got it around himself.
Oh yeah, did we forgot to mention
Right.
Killmonger here in any of our
Yeah, we
speakings.
haven't talked about him, and I contend that there's a possibility that Killmonger is going to be part of the equation when they figure out what they're going to do with Black Panther.
Supposedly, I read something today.
Especially if you're opening up the multiverse.
He's supposed to be in the second movie.
There you
I read
go.
that today.
Okay, there you go. I can look. You can't put Michael B. Jordan in a corner.
No.
No.
I mean he's a big deal. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't just put him in jail in the first movie. I don't know why you would. I understand how poignant it is to have him die for his beliefs, but they could have had
But
him
you also
live.
But you also have to remember they also set up M'Baku, the gorilla tribe. So they also set him up as a big rival, and he is a big rival in the comics. So,
and I love M'Baku. He's one of my favorite characters, even in the comic.
Yeah. That I love that actor too.
Yeah, giant freaking robot's the one who put out the article about Michael B.
Not
Jordan
the best source. But
not the best source, but
I don't always poo-poo stuff, though. I mean, sometimes these things are right, and I mean, I think that you're going to. I think that you're leaving a major player out of the equation when you say that Michael B. Jordan's not going to be involved.
Yeah,
I mean, if
on the article, the article does.
Sean
say
says
the
he'll
one
train
thing.
Shuri on the ethereal plane. I guess Sean is saying that Shuri will take over the Black Panther mantle, which a lot of people are assuming will be the case.
The one thing that they said in the article was, Marvel fans should not expect him to stay dead because that's not how Marvel works.
that is not how Marvel works.
Oh, well, I mean, they're showing you right now. It's as easy as that
Yeah.
Right.
to replace, Black Panther. So, from other universes or from other timelines or whatever. I mean, the only thing that they can't do is bring Chadwick Boseman back, unfortunately. So that there's going to be. Oh, look at this! I'll show this. I'll show this when I kill my screen.
Okay.
That's good, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You're welcome.
All right. It says that in the universe where Captain America and Captain Marvel are the only two Avengers left, that's the universe where they drop Natasha to kind of wrap up that,
Their widow died is what he says to her.
Right.
And that's where I went,
Yeah, because
that choked me a bit.
Remember that's from the that's the universe where
in a world that lost their widow. Yeah.
Where what is it? Hank Pym killed everybody.
Yep.
Because that episode ended with with Nick Fury at the crash site of Captain America.
Yep.
And then here comes Captain Marvel. Which, how cool is that? You got both captains together.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, both captains together. You know, strategic genius and energy powerhouse.
Yeah.
Man, that's just, I want to see that universe.
I need more of that universe.
Yeah.
And finally, we wrap up with Peggy getting, her happy ending. If you didn't stay through the credits, you should have. It's Marvel, folks.
Come on, you should have known that there would be at least one.
When we went to see Shang-Chi, and people started getting up at the end of the deal.
I was mad.
Sean turns to me and he's like, "These movies have been running for like 12 years. How can people not know that you stick around?"
Right.
I mean, how do you not know?
Right.
At this point, I mean, it's not like it's a big secret. Like,
if you're going to watch a Marvel movie,
keep this secret.
Sit there until
that we have these things after the credits.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point where when I see people getting up and walking out, I just want to yell, "Sit down! It's not over."
Yeah, exactly.
Sean Wilson doesn't want Michael B. Jordan involved. He's not a big fan.
And I think what needs to happen is, I got a feeling we're going to see more Killmonger in What If.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you have those two characters that are sitting there suspended in time.
Yeah, I got a feeling
they've already shown.
Yeah.
That if they're still on the playing field, that they're probably going to come back to cause problems later.
It would be cool to see a reverse version of Killmonger where he's not that,
evil.
Rotten? Well, I wouldn't say he's evil, but I would say not so Magneto-ish. He's the opposite. He's the opposite of. But
you're talking about Magneto.
Yeah, about Killmonger being Killmonger is basically Magneto.
Oh, I see. Notice how they use this purple light here, and then you get this bluish light here.
Notice how there's the reflection
blue light here
of the
yes
of the Hydra Stomper right there.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's green. There's a screen here. Man, these people are on top of this crap.
Yeah, they are. I do believe this animation
it's a pleasure
company
to watch this stuff.
I do believe this animation company is out of Australia. And there we go. That's Arnim Zola.
Nice.
There's Arnim Zola
from the comics.
That's pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool.
And I don't know if because I just grabbed that. That might be a Jack Kirby. Actual Jack Kirby.
It's got to be Jack Kirby. Come on, folks.
If not, it's somebody who's copied the style quite well. But yeah, that's a Jack Kirby creation.
Yeah, man, I don't know how that couldn't be Jack Kirby. I inked one of Jack Kirby's pieces one time. It's not easy.
I don't think it is. It doesn't look easy. I mean, it looks easy.
It's not.
It looks simple, but
now you can pick up stuff online where it's like full resolution, like pencils or whatever, and then you can go, like I got a Hulk and did it and stuff, and I mean you can learn a lot by doing it, but you also realize just how much was the expertise of the people who were inking these things, like how optimized they were and how confident they were in rendering that stuff, and probably how familiar they were with Jack Kirby's pencils, because there's just certain things you got to figure out when you're doing it. They were also doing it with the number 3 sable hair brush,
right?
not digital ink,
not digitally, or with brush pens.
Not with Brushman, certainly. Certainly not. Let's see. So let's go to final thoughts on this episode, folks. What do you think? What do you think is coming up next for What If?
We're definitely going to see an updated Hydra Stomper. We're gonna some of these universes we're gonna visit again.
I think you're right,
and we're gonna see some new ones. So we'll definitely, like, we've been introduced to these characters. We're definitely going to revisit. All right.
You're awesome, Steve.
Tell the girls to kick them in the shin.
Later, Steve.
Kick him in the shin. That's all completely legal.
Yeah. So I think we're going to revisit this Black Widow. We're definitely going to revisit Captain Carter. I don't know what they're going to do about Star-Lord.
I'm telling you right now that Captain Carter is something that they probably want to make a big deal out of.
Yeah.
It fits, wonderfully with a lot of things they'd like to do. I mean, I don't know how old is what's her name? Haley.
Well, I don't know.
But Captain America, the Steve Rogers Captain America is off the playing field. So if they pull in Captain Carter in the MCU,
she's 39.
She's 39.
That's not too old.
Nah, she's still got time.
She could do it. They could put her in something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised
like
either.
I said, it certainly fits really well with.
Yeah, I mean, I can
what
see
they're trying to accomplish.
I can see them exploring some of these again, but if they really want What If to continue, they don't want to go back to the well too often.
No, I suspect that.
Yeah, spread it out.
I mean, since they did bring the Watcher into this thing, you kind of got it. I mean, I would have expected something like that maybe in the second season.
Yeah.
They went for it in this season. So, I would expect for these to go up another notch somehow. And I don't know what that is.
And so, that being said...
but yeah, I think you're going to shuffle the deck again next season.
They need to shuffle the deck. They need to explore some more things. Like we didn't see, like in this closing, we didn't see Spider-Man or Hulk. We didn't really see what happened in the.
Sean, are you saying that you'd like to see Michael B. Jordan play Kraven?
Well, didn't they already pick their Kraven? I think they did.
I thought they did.
And it's going to be Quicksilver. What's his name? What's his name? Who played Quicksilver in Avengers? I do believe is going to be killed. It's going to be Kraven.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't think his name.
I mean, I know he's dead and stuff, but I mean, we're casting actors in two different roles.
Yeah. Well,
hey,
it's already happened because one of the actors in the Eternals was one of the Kree in Captain Marvel. What's her name? The green skin character.
All right.
Who Monica Rambeau shot down.
All right.
Oh yeah.
She's one of the Eternals.
All right. That's pretty crazy.
But of course, she was green with dark green circles around her eyes and her first appearance, and now she's just looking like the beautiful Asian woman that she is.
Well,
I really enjoyed What If a lot. I think that they did a great job of paying respects to the old series, which was always fun and goofy. Goofy in that, it was, you never knew what to expect with it. They threw a bunch of different things at you. I think again, they really accelerated stuff and made better stories. I mean, just like everything else they do in the MCU, they take everything and then they raise it up, an extra level. And I think, this is a good example of that. I think we got something that kind of transcended the original source material for sure. I expected it to be a little bit more. Before this started, I expected this to be a little bit more kid-oriented and a little bit more silly and that sort of stuff. And as it turns out, it kind of ended with a bang. I mean, they dispelled that with the Doctor Strange episode that.
Man, that's still my favorite
was my
episode.
favorite. Still was my favorite out of the whole thing. But this last one was, the way to bring it home. They did a great job on that.
There's a lot more source material out there that they can work with. There's
an infinite number of stories.
Yeah. They brought in these characters. We're not done seeing them by a long shot.
And not to mention, this is also a chance for them to introduce characters.
Exactly. I mean,
test
we
the
could see them. We could see them test the waters in season 2, introducing some of the mutants from the X-Men.
And then,
there's one. We could get a whole different team of Fantastic Four in this.
Yes.
There's more than just Captain Marvel. I mean, there's the whole Marvel Corps.
Mm-hmm.
Some of which have gotten their own shout outs. So there's a lot more that can be done here.
I think it's a great venue to introduce Captain Universe.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Which is a strange character nonetheless. I mean, it would be great to do this the Super Spidey when Spider-Man got imbued with the power of Captain Universe. This is a great place to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The advantage being that it could be in any universe. So if you want to test out different things, see how people react to some of these other characters, to some of these other situations, do it in What If, because you always have that option. Well, this is not Universe Prime. This is Universe, 5.4 that we're testing this out, and you don't hurt anything. If it fails, no harm, no foul. If it takes off, well, there you go. You got something.
It's a what if.
Yeah, it's a what if. Yeah.
It's also a great venue to actually do an actual old Marvel story.
Yeah. One that people haven't seen in a long time.
I would love them to do. Like we had Party Thor. Party Thor was our ultimate goofball episode.
Yeah,
that was our ultimate goofball episode. For an ultimate goofball episode would be a great thing to do. Would be to do the old assistant editors month stories,
right?
Or to do some of the more goofy what if stories from back in the day.
Sean wants to see the Micronauts.
You won't see the Micronauts.
You might see Bug.
I would love to see.
You might see Bug. I think Bug is the only character that Marvel owns. But as far as the Micronauts in general,
I would love to see Bug. I think Marionette they also own.
I think you're right there, but I think everything else is owned by Hasbro.
But the other characters
I
don't know why we don't already have a Micronauts thing.
We should have had a Micronauts movie.
And he wants to see the Beyonder.
I want to see Wolverine in the 1930s.
Sean says, "Shut your mouth."
Hey, just keeping it 100.
You guys, I swear, play nice.
So here is something I wanted to talk about. From It's All Marvel, they said, "What if director says there were plans for a Star-Lord T'Challa spin-off show?" So they actually, can you believe this? When they played that What If episode, I said, man, I would love to see like a series with this group in it, because this was a really cool group. I mean, Thanos and the bombshell version of what's her name? I can't think of her name right now.
Nebula,
thank you. And Thanos cracking jokes, you know, and that whole thing. I mean, that crew was amazing.
Yeah.
That was a really fun deal. And apparently, according to this article and according to the director, he said that Chadwick Boseman loved this character just as much as we did and really liked this take on it and wanted to do like a spin-off series for real, and that they were in talks to do that.
Oh, my word.
With that character. So the thing I wanted, they were talking, well, it's just super problematic now. I mean, because you're going to have someone do, but
and it won't
wouldn't everyone be okay with that?
I would be okay with it. Wouldn't
everyone be all right with? I mean,
I would.
You know, it's
totally,
not.
I would totally be okay with that, because if they went on with it, we're keeping Chadwick Boseman's wish because he wanted
exactly.
To do
this. Yeah.
That's the thing. I think that trumps everything, because if he was like, "Oh, I love this take on the character, and I'd love to see more of it," aren't you kind of respecting his wishes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he would be happy with that.
I would love to see this as a series.
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny that because that sort of thing, you know, we don't see the behind the scenes stuff.
No, we don't.
We don't see what happens.
We don't.
But they did that episode, and they were looking at the stuff, and he says, like, you know, I'd love to do this as a series. And they're like, okay, we'll make that happen.
Yeah.
We'll make that happen. I mean, that's the seed of things that he had the same reaction to it that we did, which is, this is a pretty cool deal. So anyway, it's a shame that it didn't come together, but it definitely was something that was talked about at the time. And who knows? Maybe it's not totally dead.
Hey, you never know. It's Marvel.
Maybe they bring it back. But
never know.
pretty funny that they were legitimately talking about that.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome stuff.
You guys got any more thoughts about What If or anything else?
I'm ready for season 2. Bring it on.
Yeah.
I am too. I'm ready for it as well.
Yeah.
I think we all are. All right.
Peanut butter. You ready for season 2?
Peanut Butter's ready for a nap.
Ready for season 2?
Peanut
Butter's always ready for a nap.
Nap time.
And her sister almost dumped her off the back of the chair.
I know all cats do this, but I'm fascinated by when Sean's cat licks her paws and then does this with her. Cleans her head, licks her paws again.
For the task force,
cleans her head.
Who has never met Toast? This is Toast.
I love that. I could watch that all day. That's the best stuff ever.
Peanut butter and toast.
It's even better than the finale of What If.
Can you say hi?
Is watching a cat lick his paws
I love
and then do this with the.
And then do that. Wash his face.
That's pretty fascinating. They recently, in the same genre here, they recently had a deal where the monarch butterfly is flying through Oklahoma to go down to Texas because it's obviously getting colder. And they said that, due to the lifespan of these butterflies, which is not that long,
right,
there are actually 2 or 3 generations between the migrations. So it's not like they remember, hey, remember when it got cold and we headed down south? Well, it's time to go do that again. They don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's whatever. Programmed in, passed down, the telekinesis, I don't know.
Genetic memory.
Genetic memory. Aliens. Therefore aliens.
Why not?
Contact, what's his name?
Yeah.
From Ancient Aliens.
Ancient Aliens. I forgot that guy's name. Actually,
I could get some hair, and I could be that dude for Halloween. He's got a big beard like I do.
Yeah.
I could totally be that dude for Halloween.
I still think you should be Doug Bill.
Duck Bill is a very doable costume.
Yeah.
And he has my physique, I'd like to add. Sean says, yay, season 2.
Season 2,
and
yes.
he says, seems to think I'm weird.
I think we're all a little weird.
We're all a little weird. Yeah.
We're all a little weird. If you ain't got a little weird in you, then that's just weird.
There it is. Sucralose. I might be sucralose for Halloween. Oh, did you guys hear, by the way,
Uh-oh.
for Halloween this year, for the Halloween broadcast on Task Force Geek, we had Casey Jane on Tuesday, and she said that on Halloween week, on the Tuesday that we're broadcasting, she is going to be in the Conjuring house live for real.
Ooh.
And if she can get a Wi-Fi connection, she is going to be on live at the Conjuring house for Halloween week.
Nice.
How awesome is that?
That would be
Nice.
cool. Yes.
That's one of the
Nice.
most insanely cool things ever. We're going to have her go into a room by herself, turn out all the lights, and then we'll talk to her in there. See what happens.
That's gonna be fun.
Hopefully she has Wi-Fi up there.
Go.
She said that house is for sale and she'd like to buy it.
Ooh.
And apparently she says she lives 25 minutes away from it.
Huh. Interesting. Very interesting that is.
Yep. So anyway, on Tuesday night, a week, on Halloween week, check out Task Force Geek.
Make sure you're there.
Yeah, be there, or you're going to miss it.
And if you're not there,
And you can see me dressed up like Giorgio Tsoukalos.
yeah. So to quote
And I will blame everything on aliens
There you go.
all night long.
to quote The Simpsons, if you're not there, you'd better be dead. And if you're not dead, you better be in jail. And if you're in jail, break out, because it's an episode that you just don't want to miss.
Yes. Oh, here comes Sean with the date. There it is, October
October
26th.
26th.
There it is, which puts Halloween on what, like a Sunday?
People are gonna freak
Halloween
out over
on
that.
Sunday. Yep.
People are gonna freak out over that.
That's a terrible day for Halloween. I mean,
No, actually, it's a perfect day for
is
Halloween.
it good?
Because you live in Oklahoma, we live in Texas. People are gonna freak out, and you know about freaking out, what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be protests out there.
You think there's going to be protest on Halloween?
Oh yeah, definitely. There will definitely somebody's going to protest somewhere. There's going to be all sorts of this is devil's work. Blah blah blah.
Halloween is pretty.
On Sunday.
Halloween is pretty apple pie.
Yeah. Here's a piece of candy. Now go sit down.
Hey, let's do some promo time stuff. We're going to go to Beth Enfield.
Hey, that would be me. So, let's see. What do I got coming up? I've got there's a book festival November next month in Galveston Island. I can't remember the name of the thing, but I will be there. So if you're in the Galveston area, come see me. It is on the same street as the post office. And let's see, what else do I got coming up? Working on another book for you, hopefully with a November release date. So if you're looking for my books, you can find them on bethanfreely.com. If you are looking for some editing work or you need a website build, hit me up at themusesfunhouse.com. I have started a Patreon. So if you're looking to support a creator, please visit my Patreon. I could use all the help I could get there, as I have 4 book covers I now need to pay for. Yay.
That's right. Hey, come on, man. She's an independent author.
Yeah, please.
Help her out.
I'm work 9 to 5 at a regular job, and still do all of this on the side. So any help that you can give me would be awesome, and I promise you will get some fantastic goodies. In the meantime. And if you're
interested in Beth's work, or you're interested in just writing in general, Beth's got you covered on both accounts.
Yep. The new episode of Book Crew is up, talking about knowing your worth. And then this week I am doing one on, hold on, I'll tell you what I'm doing it on. You guys will love this. Writing fiction so that you convey emotions. So show
Cool.
you how to write so that your emotions and your characters come across, and your readers
Listen,
feel it.
let me say that those book crew videos are real quality. You need to get over there to Task Force Geek, to the YouTube deal. We don't run them live. They run as an upload on YouTube, usually after Beth makes them, unless I'm busy. But we post them on there. It's exclusive to YouTube, so get over to the Task Force Geek group. I will say that the last episode is getting a little energy, starting to get some excitement there. I can't wait to see what else you're going to do next. But go check out each of them. There's how many? Is there 3 now?
There's 3 right now. Yeah, there's 3.
And maybe another by tomorrow.
Yeah,
maybe
by tomorrow night.
Saturday.
Tomorrow's time. I'll probably record it tomorrow night, and we'll see about getting it uploaded on Saturday.
Sean says that Candy Beggars will be on Saturday this year.
There you go.
Probably
Candy
true.
Beggar.
They're not going to do it on a school night. And Maxine says that they'll just get over their silly issues with Halloween.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I don't think that you're going to get a lot of play on,
No.
Halloween is Satan's work. I mean,
Yeah.
No.
get over it. Get over it. She says have someone jump out at a trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat. Trunk or treat.
I would volunteer for that if I could move faster.
That's right. You do moonlight at a haunted house,
I
right?
moonlighted at a haunted house for a couple of years. Yeah, I haven't done it since the pandemic. I do have a friend that's talking about having reopening his backyard haunted house, and they asked me if I might be interested in doing it for a night or two. So
hey, Sean, you want to do a backyard haunted house?
There you go, Sean. Backyard haunted house. You know what? That would kind of be a great thing to do.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was trick-or-treating and stuff, there were many people, they did it either in their backyard or the front yard, or they did it in their garage. Kids would back in my God, back when I was 10, 11, 12, people would line up to go through people's silly haunted houses.
When I moved to this neighborhood, when I moved to this neighborhood, which I've been living in this neighborhood since 2005, in 2006, there's a cul-de-sac behind my house. Everybody in the cul-de-sac got together and did a haunted cul-de-sac, and
how cool!
That is cool.
Monster noises and ghost noises,
yes,
thunder and lightning going on from my backyard for 4 hours. And it's never happened again, and I've been so disappointed.
It takes a lot to do it. It really does.
Sean's not doing the backyard. Don't come over to Sean's house for the backyard haunted house.
Been there, done that. All right,
you can forget that.
Nope.
Or as they say these days, nah, son.
All right. Are we putting you up here, Walt, or am I just... All right.
You're going to run my stuff. You can run my stuff there. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Am I running the stuff, or are we
his stuff?
Doing just you?
You're just doing just me. Or no, you're running my stuff, too. Come on. You don't have to just do me. You can share me with the rest of the world, but...
Oh, my Lord.
I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Anyway, you can find me at facebook.com, whatwaltercons. There you can find where I'm running a Christmas special, and that door is closing really soon.
Oh man!
So I'm taking 5 orders, 5 requests to do portraits, either pet portraits or portraits of whatever. If you get them in before, I think, the end of next week, I'm going to guarantee you'll get them by Christmas, sometime by Christmas. So
I've been telling people the same thing. You better get them in.
Got them in. I haven't gotten a single order in yet. So I need, I'm only taking 5. So get over there to facebook.com whatwaltercons if you want to get in on a either a painting or a sketch or either a comic style portrait of you yourself or somebody or your pets. So any one of your pets. So
how's that cover going? That double cover that you were doing?
Oddly, you should mention that. I was going to touch that this week, but things.
I understand.
You know what things I'm talking about.
I do.
Which some things came up that got in the way, but
that's fine.
I will probably finish that up. Yeah. So I'll probably get back on that later.
I know how it goes.
What's that?
Oh, I just want to follow up on the Christmas thing.
Okay.
Make your comment, whatever you're going to say.
I was going to say I'm doing a comic sketch cover and it's Cammy of Street Fighter, and it's basically going to be two drawings because I did a practice drawing on the backing board for the comic, and then
awesome.
This cover is a wraparound cover, so I'm doing a wraparound sketch cover, which once I get it done, it's going to be for sale, and I'll have that up on my What Walter Cons, Facebook.com What Walter Cons as well, with the price on that. I haven't decided on the price, but it'll be available. You can also find me at my blog at whatstudioart.blogspot.com. I mention a few things here and there that you won't see on the Facebook page. You can also find me gaming at twitch.tv/Gatchaman_1. If you're a Gatchaman fan, that's easy for you to remember. If you're not, I'm sorry.
You're screwed.
You're screwed. But anyway, that's also my handle on Instagram.
But it's also right there on the screen.
It's also right there on the screen.
Just read it off the screen, folks.
So if you take that Gatchaman_1, that's also my Instagram handle, so you can find me there. And also I have some really cool swag at my Zazzle store at zazzle.com/store/what_studio_art.
All right. On the subject of the Christmas commissions, invariably every year, around this time of year, I start in September. I start telling people, hey, look, if you want commissions done, I'm not fast.
Yep.
I'm not Jim Lee.
Yep.
I can't whip this stuff out. So, and I have a queue. I'm not sitting on zero right now. I promise you. So, put those two things together and realize that each thing that I get pushes me another week. I figure each piece is about a week. So each thing that I get in the queue is going to push me back 1 week. Right now I have 4 in the queue, right? Mm-hmm. Plus another couple of things that are not commissioned work. It's like stuff that has come to me from businesses. So businesses are also part of the queue, but it's not the commission queue.
Because right now my queue is empty.
So if this is the beginning, I'm right now looking at about the first or second week of November. So do the math, folks, on these commissions. Invariably, I will get someone like on the 18th of December, that will contact me and go, "Hey, can I get something done by the 25th?" And it's like, you're about 2.5 months off on that. I would love the work. But where were you 2.5 months ago when I could guarantee you'd have it on time?
My answer to that is, are you willing to pay the rush fee?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's also a good point.
Mm-hmm.
There's I need it when you're ready.
Yeah.
And then I need it immediately.
Yeah.
Or some people need it for free. Well, free, there are some friends or acquaintances that I have promised free stuff to. Not many, but occasionally I will do it. I'll be like, okay, I'll do you a free piece.
Yeah.
But if it's free, it's got to be either I need to use it to learn something before I do a commission piece, or it's going to come after I get caught up with my commissions.
Yep.
Yeah.
So free takes much longer. If you need a rush job, it's going to cost more. A free job costs less, but you're going to sit on your hands and wait.
Schedule one, and you're going to get it
in a reasonable amount of time. You're in the queue. It will happen eventually.
Yep.
I promise. I promise. And
Yeah.
I've been much better. I've been doing this for long enough now where I have a pretty good idea of how long this sort of stuff is going to take.
Same here.
And I don't just, if I was just an artist, that time would contract, but I'm still doing other things too. So
Yeah.
you have to realize I don't sit down at my computer every day and draw from dawn till dusk. I don't. So, you have to take it in the
I mean,
time.
there's TV shows to watch. There's
Right.
there's shows to spoil it on.
I mean, lately it's been, I gotta, right. I mean, doing 2 live shows a week is time consuming, folks. Going to conventions and getting ready for it, and then, and then coming down from it.
And that's when I started
Takes a little
realizing. That's when I started realizing when people complaining about paying so much money for an autograph from a celebrity. And it's like, you don't understand that they're taking their time out from work to come fill your wishes. Yeah. They're losing money by being here.
I said that's true. I said a few times that I've never charged for signatures, but there are circumstances where I would require people to, pay me to be there, because I can't just, if I was Stephen King, I can't just spend my whole day signing signature. I mean, when you get to that level, if you're Chris Hemsworth, you just don't have enough time in the day to sign all of the signatures and stuff. Yeah. So I also get that too.
Yeah.
I also get that too. But I also get that some people will get you to sign something if you're Stephen King, and then they will take it and sell it on the internet. And I know that that's got to make them insane too.
Yeah.
Like if I could sign it to you, it's free.
Yeah.
But if I have to sign it, to
just
anonymous person, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then yeah, I think maybe maybe I can see the deal there. But you're right. Also, to get him there, gas ain't cheap.
Nope.
Staying in the Omni Hotel is not cheap.
No,
it is not. I promise you.
No, it is not. It is not cheap.
Hey, I want to share some stuff here because I think it's fun.
I saw this stuff. This stuff is good.
I'm doing Inktober again for the first time in a couple of years. Last time I did Inktober, it really accelerated my art. I mean, it really taught me my style by doing it over and over and over again, time after time. And so I thought it was probably time for me to try to tackle this again. I didn't get 30 out the year that I did it. I probably got about 20 out. And I'm behind this year too. But there's my first one. It's Mobius, which is okay. But I think the second one was better. There's my Thor. And then my third one was, I shared this yesterday, Sylvie. Still better, I think. And I think out of all of these, that's my best one. He Who Remains.
That one right
that
there.
Was great.
I think that's probably the best of the deal. So that's, there's 4 days. And if you look at, if you want to see what doing something daily does for you, look at this picture and then look at this picture.
Yeah. Hey, if you
it's just that simple.
If you want,
now imagine doing that 31 times.
No kidding.
I mean, where am I at the end of that?
If you want to challenge me, I'd like to tackle trying to color one of those. Just anyone.
Oh, you're welcome. I'd love that. You're welcome. You just tell me which one you want. I'll send you the large size format.
I want you to surprise me. I just want you to send me whichever one you want me to do.
Okay.
Because then if I choose, then it's to my liking. So
all right.
If you choose, then I have to go off of what.
All right. I heard from someone else. They said that they'd like to see me do a coloring book. It was Gabriella who was on this show not too terribly long ago. Maybe back during Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Loki.
I've thought about doing a.
She's like, you should do that, and it's like, I would love to, but I can't do it with Marvel characters. Marvel would not appreciate that.
Right.
But I told her I would like to do an adult coloring book, where I do whatever stuff for adults, that's also could be colored. And that is something that I've actually been thinking about very seriously. Like I was walking through Walmart a day or two ago, and I went down one of the aisles and I saw some coloring books. and I thought, you really need to go do coloring books.
I'm laughing at
I
this.
almost picked up a Star Wars coloring book.
I
It's
laugh.
I don't need to. I don't need to do that.
I
I
laugh
have
at
real art to do.
the Keanu Reeves coloring book, and the Idris Elba coloring book. There's one with Hollywood heartthrobs, so it's got like everybody in it, like Harrison Ford.
Well, let's be honest. Most people who are doing adult coloring books are of the female persuasion.
Yeah.
So Idris Elba is probably a good choice to do.
And Keanu Reeves.
And yes, the internet boyfriend, Keanu Reeves. Yeah. Anyway, well, I took my stuff down. There's all the stuff if you want to see me. Again, just like with Walt, if you want to get in commission work, now's the time.
Yep.
Do it
Now's
now.
the time. You basically have 1 week to get in with me.
Do it now.
So.
I mean, if you want to guarantee it by, you need to get it in quickly.
Hey, there was one thing I forgot to mention.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're looking for a spooky read for the month of October, I am running a special on my ebook Behind the Eyes of Dorian Gray for 99 cents.
There you go.
You can find that. You can find that on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, or go to my website bethanfreely.com.
Say the title again.
Behind the Eyes of Dorian Gray.
There you go.
Behind the Eyes of Dorian Gray, Mom. I know you like books.
99 cents is hard to beat. I just saw a brilliant marketing campaign from a guy who it came up on my Instagram feed, and it says books for guys, and like you click on it and it takes you to a deal. This is brilliant. It takes you to a web page, and he's giving away one ebook of it's like 5. It's a selection of 5 different books. And out of those, you can pick one ebook and you can get it for free. So if he does that, then he has you on a mailing list. And every time he releases a book from that, number one, you get to read his book.
Right.
So presumably, he's introducing himself to you. And then also, he's got you on a mailing list for nothing. So the next time that he releases a book, you're like, oh, I remember this guy. Brilliant. And marketing is books for guys.
Books.
That's
for
very
guys.
smart. That's very smart marketing.
I'm currently using a service called Voracious Readers Only, and they started out where the first promotion you do with them is free, and they guarantee you 20 books in one day. I got 27 hits in one day.
Wow.
Yeah. So I started using it. I'm using it for Dorian and for the Lock, and I built my mailing list from 50 people, if that, to 345.
Yeah.
And I've got probably another 20 I still need to send copies
if you're
of the
an
book out
author,
to.
it's all about the mailing list.
It is.
Yep.
It's all about the Amazon helps you a little bit on that sort of thing, but I mean, you need to control your followers.
Well, here's the thing.
The mailing list is the way to do it for an author for sure.
I don't do KDP. I don't publish actually out through Amazon. My stuff is on Amazon, but I don't actually use Amazon for any of that.
Next time I release a book, I'm going to do that too, and I'm going to put it on everything and see what happens there. See if Apple or Barnes & Noble or what is it? Kobo or some of these other things. And, I know that there's going to be a lot more logistics involved in that, but I think that that's probably, it's worth a shot.
I can help you out with that.
Compare it. And then compare and contrast.
I can help you out with
Analyze and react accordingly.
I use Draft to Digital, and I also use Ingram Spark. Draft to Digital is primarily all my ebooks, but it makes it very easy for me to do promotions like this one that I'm doing for Dorian.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ingram Spark, that's where I get my paperbacks versions and everything, and they're really easy to work with. They're really communicative.
Beth, on one of your upcoming book crew episodes,
mm-hmm.
you should probably do something on promotion, or you should probably do 100 of those on promotion. Because I feel like that would be very
It
popular.
probably would be a very popular one. Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone wants a few tips and tricks and to talk about it, and
There's
very few
actually-
people have figured out the magical equation for that, and so
There's-
the more you share on that, the more people like you.
One of the authors that I'm friends with on Twitter, his name is Lee Hall. He has got his thumb on the pulse of promotion,
Mm-hmm.
and I've already talked about having him on the show and
There you
talking
go.
about it.
Yep,
so.
yep. You should do many things on that. I love to talk about promotion.
We can get you on there too.
Yeah, and I'm going to do an indie hype. I'm going to start doing indie hype episodes where I talk about marketing and branding and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. Put it out there because people are typically really terrible at it and they make me mad. This is the conclusion of What If, but we will be back for the Hawkeye series, and we checked on the logistics of that. Apparently, that's Thanksgiving week.
That's Thanksgiving weekend.
So we have, even though that's going to be coming out on Wednesday, we were even talking about doing that, but there's going to be some traveling and some family stuff. So I think we are looking at that Sunday right after Black Friday, and we will get together and talk about, hey, Walt may not be available in the afternoon. So we may be changing our time, and
We might be changing. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We maybe
We'll figure it out.
out.
But that first episode of Hawkeye, we're going to be doing on that Sunday. So that's the next time for sure that we're going to come back. But we might find. That's 2 months away. We might find something to.
We might do a
about
special.
stuff. We might do a special, or we might.
Figure something out.
We talked about tackling like a classic series. Hey, and by the way, we'll take suggestions on that.
We'll take suggestions on a classic series.
If so, maybe we'll put up like a kind of a survey or something.
Put a poll up. Let's do a Facebook poll.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go.
Put a poll up. So give us some suggestions. Let me just throw out one. We talked about doing Battlestar Galactica, the original series.
The original series about Star
Because what have
Galactica.
we got? About 26 episodes of that?
Yeah.
Something
yeah.
like that?
Yeah, there's not
Yeah.
that many.
And I watched about 3 episodes of it and really enjoyed them. It's like, this held up well, surprisingly. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times I go back and look at stuff and it's like,
Yeah.
this was shite.
Yeah.
That would be
But-
Buck Rogers for me.
But Battlestar
Yeah.
Galactica is
Hey,
held
let's
up
put
quite
that on
well.
the list too, because
But-
it would kind of be fun to rip Buck Rogers apart.
It would.
Oh, I would love to rip Buck Rogers. Oh my
I'm
God,
watching
yeah.
I'm watching
we?
old Space 1999 episodes.
Space 1999 was kind of fun to watch.
So anyway, we might tackle like an old series, one at a time, because that's evergreen content, folks. Once you cover it, it's good for all time. You have that catalog.
we can put
up, and you
Airwolf
can-
on there.
What I like about the Battlestar Galactica, the classic version of Battlestar Galactica, is it's available for free on Tubi, so people can watch along with us and enjoy it. You don't have to spend $8.99 to $14.99 a month to get involved in that. So you can play along with us.
I also think if you don't have Tubi, even though Tubi is free, if you have Amazon Prime, I think it's also free
That's true.
if you have Prime. So,
Yep,
and that's
that's how-
without commercials. So you can watch it
That's
without
true.
commercials on Prime.
How do
There's
they
commercials
do
on
that?
Tubi. So
Yep.
I
They
honestly
do.
don't mind the commercials on Tubi. I used to hate the commercials.
I don't
But I
mind
think
the
on
commercials.
Tubi, I don't mind them because, I've already seen the episode. So if I'm just, like 2 seconds late coming back from the bathroom, rewind. I'm good.
Right, right.
The
So-
commercials don't kill me. I can,
No. As
whatever.
long as it's free,
I can check my
I
phone.
can sit through commercials.
Yep.
I'm more than happy to put up with 30 seconds, a minute of commercials to get free content like that.
Now,
Happily.
Now, on a side note, I would like to hear, like, if we do this and everybody decides to watch from Tubi because people are in different regions, I would like to hear the different types of local commercials that come through.
Oh, that would be
On
fun.
it, too.
Yeah,
Because-
that would be fun.
Because one of my favorite, one of the commercials I stop and sit down and watch are the Texas toll pass commercials, because they're all puppets.
Yes, they are.
I want
it's
a
like
puppet so bad.
it's like 3 or 4 different commercials, and they're all puppets, and we're like cheap versions of Muppets. So
Okay, well, we need to do a fundraiser for Dirk. So
I
we can
want
get him
to
his
do puppet. I want to do.
you know what?
I want to do
That's-
post-credit puppet stuff for Task Force Geeks so bad.
You know what? That's
Where
what we're
I
gonna
make
do.
fun of fan holes
We are going to do. We're going to do
that die over the most stupid stuff. I just want to do parody videos of those people.
Here we go, Derek. We're going to do a series of illustrations, and we're going to sell them so that we can get you a puppet, or some puppets.
I've been pricing them, and that obviously there's some. If you're going to get some from whatever Jim Henson's workshop, they're going to be $10,000. But I mean, they have decent puppets for $100, like with the things you hold their hands.
Yeah.
And, it's quality. You're probably not going to get a custom deal
But
without spending
We're
$500.
artists. We're artists. We can customize them ourselves.
Oh, I mean, Sean was kind of excited about maybe doing our own, but I mean, the first 2 or 3 of those are not going to be great.
See this chair right here? That's the chair to my sewing machine right there. So,
I have a sewing machine too.
I got
so
you. Look, there are
Walmart can
videos.
create them real easy.
There are videos out there. There are patterns out there.
Sean's giving us.
It's just-
Sean's giving us the sweet Jesus over here.
it's all good.
Hey, we're taking 2 months off, so
Yeah, we need to liven our shows up a little bit. So
let me get
some
this fun stuff out there.
we need some post credit scenes.
Oh dear. Okay, we're good.
Need a puppet. Donate to darkneedsapuppet.com. Bitcoin
Oh
only.
man, Bitcoin. All right. I think it's past our bedtime.
It probably is.
I'm with you.
Hey, thanks to everyone for chiming in. We had a pretty good lineup of people here today. Cameron, who I've never heard of before, found us
welcome.
on here.
Please
That's
come
really
back,
cool.
Cameron.
Yes,
We want
Cameron,
you-
please
we want
come
you to
back.
visit-
Maxine, Stephen, Sean.
Yeah, Cameron, come back and
Thanks to all of
visit
you
us.
for chiming in and watching. All the people who watched who didn't chime in, thank you very much. Thanks again to Beth. Thanks for the book crew stuff. Keep checking on
Always.
that over the next 2 months. Thanks to Walt, who's doing all of the before and after promotion stuff.
You're welcome.
Who did the thumbnails and stuff. And thanks for being here today. Thanks to everyone out there. We sure do appreciate it. I love you all. And until next time, this is Dark Cooper saying, dream hard. Say bye, folks.
Later.
Bye-bye.